Hey guys, Adam Khan here. Today I want to show you an outstanding resource not only for Pashto language study, but for other foreign languages as well. It's called the Global Language Online Support System and was developed by the Defense Language Institute Foreign Language Center. First, I'm going to type in the web address. It's http://gloss.dliflc.edu. There's no www in this. This will take us to our home page. Once I arrive at the home page, the next thing I'm going to do is choose my language. You can choose from any of these languages, but today feels like a Pashto day to me. So I'll come down here, click on Pashto. Next I'll choose my level. You have the level options of 1 through 4. 1 is a lower intermediate, while 4 is a native educated level. I feel like doing a little review today, so I'm going to go to level 1. Modality just means, do you want to read or listen? I like the listening activities because they include scripts that I can also read and in effect get practice on both skills. Competence means the focus of the lesson. Discourse refers to conversations. Lexical is a focus on vocabulary. Sociocultural is topic-based lessons. And structural lessons have a heavier grammar focus. I don't want to limit my options too much, so I'm going to choose all of them. Topic is just that. If you click on topic, you'll see a series of different topics. Again, I don't want to limit my options today. I want to see what's available, so I'm going to click on all. And subtopic, when you click all, will just remain as all. And then I'm going to come down here and see how many lessons popped up in my search. And I see we have 27 lessons, so I'm going to search those 27 lessons. Next, I choose the language that Next I choose the lesson that I want to do. I like special occasions, so I'm going to choose this one right here. Now the first page you're going to see explains the lesson's objectives and gives a description of what you should be able to do in this lesson. Once you've read this, you're going to come down and click Begin Lesson. Now the first box you're going to see when you begin a new lesson is the instructions. Here we have the instructions in English, and if you want to see the instructions in Pashto, all you have to do is click on it. There you go. Instructions in Pashto. Want to go back to English? Click again. It's that easy. Now if you look at the Pashto instructions, you'll notice that the script is very small. This often happens when you're working on a computer and you have Pashto script. There's an easy fix to this so you're not straining your eyes. All you have to do is hold down Command on a Mac and click the equal sign, which is also the plus sign. This will make your window bigger. Need it a little bigger still? Click it again. And again and again until it's as big as you want. Now this is a little too big, so what I'm going to do is make it smaller. It's the same type of thing. You hit Command and the minus sign until you have it just the right size. I think this one's good right here. You can also do the same thing on a PC, but you have to hit Control instead of Command. Now once I've read the instructions, I'm going to X out of this and I will be at my first lesson. But I'm a bit of a cheater. I'm going to show you the buttons first. Up here you have your play button for your audio, your stop button, your loop button. This is your bar that scrolls as the audio plays. Here's the volume. Up here you have the lesson overview and each section of this particular lesson. As you can see, there's 5 sections in this lesson. Over here we have the teacher's notes, which has all kinds of useful information about things such as grammar, syntax, culture, etc. This is the info button. This will let you read the lesson overview again. This is the bookmark button, and this is the refresh button. Now, before we begin, you have to know that I'm a little bit of a cheater. I like to go through the whole lesson before going through the individual sections. So what I'm going to do is come up to this button here, the glossary, and access the glossary of important vocabulary for this lesson. And here it is. I'm not trying to memorize all this right now, but I do want to be familiar. So I'm going to listen to the audio, which you can click on here, while looking at the word in Pashto, and then repeating it, and then repeating the English translation. I do my best to imitate the pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation of the word. I'm not shy or lazy about this, and when you're doing these lessons, you can't be shy or lazy either. Say it out loud, don't mumble, and repeat if necessary.
Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum. Peace be upon you.
Makam, Mazdigar.
Maham, Mazdigar. And I would do this for the entire list. Now I'm going to close out of this window and go to step 2 of the cheating. Next I'm going to come up to the source button. The source button will take you to a transcript of the audio in Pashto. What I'll do here is I will listen to the entire transcript, try to summarize or at least say what I have picked out of the audio, and get a general idea of the topic. Again, you're not looking to understand everything at this point. You're just trying to see what you know already. So I would listen to it.
Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Makam pakhair.
Makam bi pakhair.
څنګه یې؟
Alhamdulillah. زه ښه یم او ته څنګه یې؟
خوار مه شې. د تېرو 2 اونیو راهیسې نه معلومیږي.
And I would listen to the whole lesson. Then I would say what I think it's about, and then check my work with the View Translation button. Over here it gives you a line-by-line translation of the Pashto, so you can compare. Again, right now you're just looking to check your initial understanding. You're not trying to understand everything. After this is done, you're going to close this out, and we can actually begin the lessons. Now it's easy. I'm just going to follow the instructions. I take my time, I do each step, I check my answers and make sure where and why I was wrong, make sure I understand that. I'll repeat the steps again when I don't fully understand. Repetition and imitation are key tools in learning a foreign language, and I've got to do both of them when I'm learning a foreign language, otherwise the knowledge won't stick with me. So in this lesson, we've got our instructions, which are in Pashto. Click on them if you want them in English. Listen to the audio, read the title, and look at the pictures. Write down what is most likely to be the topic of the audio. That's easy enough. I can come up here, listen to my audio.
Salam alaikum. Telephone me kara چې د خپل زوی لسمې کلیزې ته دې راوغواړم.
All right. Teacher note. Got some information about numbers here. Make sure you're reading through all of these. There's lots of good information in these teacher's notes. And then I'm going to put my answer. Let's compare. Alright, looks like I was on point. That's good. I'm going to clear out of this and move on to the next part of this section. Okay, again, we have our instructions in Pashto. I'm going to click on them to get the English and then follow them.
سلام علیکم. ټلیفون مې کړی چې د خپل زوی لسمې کلیزې ته دې راوغواړم.
All right. Looks to me like number 2, or the second answer, is the correct one because I heard the word Zoe in there. Let's compare. I'm going to move this out of the way so I can see if I got it correct or not. The green arrow means I got it correct. And then I'm going to read the feedback. Keep in mind, the feedback is good even if you got the answer right. There's lots of good information in there, gold nuggets even. And now we're done with the first section of this lesson. In section 2, it's again a matter of following instructions. I review, listen, and choose my answers. To move an answer, all you're going to have to do is click and release your choice, then click on the box you want to put it in. If you need a hint, the hints are here. So we have a teacher note again, more numbers. We've got our begin audio hints, which gives us a list of things that we're going to listen to, repeat, and translate out loud. Tsanga ye. How are you? I would do that for the whole list. And then we have our actual activity.
سلام علیکم.
وعلیکم سلام.
ماښام په خیر.
ماښام دې په خیر.
څنګه یې؟
الحمدلله. زه ښه یم او ته څنګه یې؟
Click and release. Click and release. And that will put your answer in the box. And now you can do that for each of these. To save time, I'm just going to put these in random boxes. But you would listen to each one carefully and put the best answer in each one. Let's check my work. Wow, looks pretty bad, but that's to be expected because I did not try to answer each one properly. After you've answered all of them, whether you get them right or wrong, you should come in here and click on the reason. Again, there's gold nuggets of information in the feedback. We have transcripts, translations, as well as some cultural notes. Make sure you're reading through these. They have all kinds of good information. I would do that for each of the answers here. Now we can move on to the third section.